Hello and welcome to another short tutorial on how to use the OCN London ePortfolio tool for access to HE. The previous two videos were all about learners submitting work. This one is going to concentrate on the tutor receiving and marking that work. First thing I'd like to show you is the email which was received by me, the tutor, when our pretend learner, Jane Smith, submitted her own work. I got an email here. Jane Smith has just made an e-submission of document name blah 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 for cells on this cohort number, and I get a link here which will take me directly to the assignment feedback form for the cells unit. Now if I scroll down here, this is how I'm going to feed back to Jane on how her work has gone. I've got a link to her work here, to the document which she uploaded. I'm going to follow that link. This is taking me to the very document which was uploaded. Now if I wanted to, and this is completely optional, but if I wanted to actually annotate her actual text, I can click open, and what I'm looking at here is a copy of her work, which then I can put my annotations onto. Use a blue pen, more detail needed, that kind of, or whatever you like. We can also use the comment feature, adding comments like so. Well done, for example. Now if I just come out of this now and go back to the folder, you'll see there are two copies, both time-stamped, the later one being the one which I have annotated, as you can see. Now when I feed back to Jane Smith about her work, I would like to include a link back to my annotated copy of her work. In order to do that, I right click it, select share, advanced, and where it says specific people have access, I'm going to change that to anyone with the link. I then have a link up here which I'm going to copy to my clipboard. I now have a link which can be followed so that Jane Smith can see the annotations which I made on that piece of work. Going back to the feedback form, there are a number of fields here which need to be filled in by me, the tutor. Here is the tutor and assessor's comments on the assessment criteria achieved. I might put, for example, all assessment criteria achieved. But I might also want to put a link to the work which I annotated, and I can do that if I choose in this way. I'll put see full notes here, and I'll right click, select link, paste that link I got earlier, and just call it marked script. And these are my comments against the grading descriptors. I'm going to say that she's got a distinction there, and give it a distinction. Now since I've marked this unit, I'm just going to update the learners units file in the admin folder. That keeps a log of all of the units in this course. Learners units, and this is a bit like if you are familiar with the pre-rack, a similar kind of idea. We have tabs down here. I find Jane Smith, I look for cells, there it is, and along here I can give her a distinction. Now that I'm happy with the mark that I've given her, I've annotated her work, which is an optional thing which I didn't have to do, which I chose to do, and I've completed the assignment feedback form, which of course I had to do. I'm now going to inform Jane Smith of this and send her some links. The way I do that is on the assignment feedback form, I'm going to click on Add-ons, OPT, and Email Link to Learner. And in the next video, I'll show you what the learner receives in that email.